Namaste and hi friends, it's Parvati here with Visionary Veda, bringing you your Vedic Astrology New Moon Report for this incredibly powerful and potent new moon falling in the sidereal sign of Gemini in the nakshatra or the fixed star known as Ardra Nakshatra. Now, all the new moons are times for new beginnings, but this new moon in particular is extremely potent, and there's a huge potential here for us to elevate and connect with divinity, connect with the guru, connect with wisdom, connect with guidance, and connect with our ancestors. It is traditionally the ancestral new moon where we venerate, we propitiate, we acknowledge our ancestors in gratitude, thankful for what they have given us, this life that they have given us. But along with acknowledging them, setting up an altar to them, offering them food, offering them water, offering them flowers, offering them candles, offering them our awareness and our gratitude, we also, all of us, have a great deal of ancestral karmic debt that is our duty in this life to carry out. Some of this debt can be very heavy. Most of this debt is meant for us to not suffer, but to break these ancestral karmic links. And this new moon, if we tap into our lineage, if we give gratitude and thanks and acknowledgement to our ancestors, we do any kind of ancestral ritual for them and sit in deep honor of their lives and what they've given to us, can help us to more easily let go of those karmic links, and not only let go of them, but be able to fulfill whatever karmic debt that we have towards our ancestral lineage in an easier way, one that is blessed by our ancestors, one in which our ancestors are working on our behalf and helping to guide us through any karmic blockages. So what do I mean by these karmic debts or karmic blockages? Well, it can show up in many ways of your life. Not only do we inherit our bodies from our ancestors, from our genes, right? We also inherit our temperament, our habits, our preferences in life. So there may be things that you keep coming up against. Maybe there's a habit that you keep falling into. Maybe there are thoughts or preferences or things that you feel like you are bound to, that you cannot release from. This new moon is the moon in which you can tap into that deep resistance or whatever that is that you keep repeating, that you know that you need to be free of. You can tap into that on your ancestral level by just venerating them, offering them, and meditating with them, connecting with them on the spiritual dimension. Now, this is going to be extra powerful this new moon because the sun and the moon and Jupiter are going to be aligned. They are all in the exact same degree, 9 degrees of sidereal Gemini. It also comes out in the Navamsha or the D9 chart, which is the deeper chart, right, of our karmas and our inner destiny, our bhagya, right? It comes out all together with Ketu in the sign of Sagittarius. So the sign of dharma. And Lord knows the rebalancing of dharma needs to happen at this point in time. The world is really not reflecting that. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of anger. If you listen to my last full moon report, I spoke about this, about how this Mars-Ketu conjunction in the sign of Leo is going to cause a lot of a lot of fire, a lot of intensity, a lot of anger, and even war. And we're seeing it being played out. It was just like, I think the day after the full moon that this new series of war started to break out. And we all know what's happening in the world. So how can we collectively help to shift this and rebalance the dharma, the energy, the upholding of what is right and just, not only in our lives, but be reflected at the world, in the world at large. So when Jupiter or any planet is in the rays of the sun, it is usually combust, right? And the rays of the sun are shining so bright that we don't see that planet in the sky. And the characteristics that that planet usually lends to us and expresses to us can't get through because the rays of the sun are so strong. However, when the sun and any planet, in this case it's going to be Jupiter, are at the exact same degree, there's something known as a kazimi. And this is a very special pulse of vibration, of energy, that planet can use the rays of the sun to travel to us through. And oftentimes, in fact, every time when a planet is directly at the same degree in that kazimi, some special power, some special gift, some sort of blessing is bestowed through the rays of the sun with the energy of that combust planet. And that's exactly what's happening during this new moon. It's amazing. Not only that, but we will have moon, Jupiter, and the sun all together during this new moon. So it's all of the sattvic planets, sun, moon, and Jupiter, all of the higher planets, that benevolent planets that give us peace of mind, that give us intelligence, that give us dharma, jiva, life itself, are all going to be aligned during this new moon. So it's so important during this new moon, not only for the effects of connecting with our heritage, with our ancestral lineage, but with life itself and with the guru, with the highest divine cosmic teacher in our solar system, who only wants us to evolve and grow and be freed from these bondages. So it's such a strong new moon. I cannot even emphasize. We have the height of that guru, of that kazimi, of these rays coming through. So we can glean a blessing. We can glean the guru's grace during this new moon. Something beneficial, some wisdom, some insight, some relief from suffering can be bestowed upon us. But we need to be aware to receive it, to realize it, to even notice it. All of these energies work very subtly, but they work profoundly through their subtleness. We have to be open, aware, awake enough to utilize these energies coming through for this new moon. From the guru, the highest wisdom, and throughout our bodies, throughout our lineages, there is a continuity happening on this new moon that will keep all of the cosmic and ancestral lineages connected. There's a thread of grace, of blessing. And if we can come together on this new moon in particularly, or by ourselves, but when we're together, the energy is greater. Our prayers, our intentions for rebalancing the dharma of our collective human family can be heard, can be guided by the guru, and can be aided by the ancestors. So I know that this is not the usual way that I give my reports, but this new moon, I just wanted to drive home. I wanted you guys to understand the reason why it is the new moon, not only to plant the intention, but to make a step towards liberating yourself, your habits, your thoughts, anything that it is that's holding you back, that you keep coming up against again and again and again. Use your ancestral guides. Use your guardian angels, because they are available to you at this time. So that's what I wanted to share. It's a very important message for this new moon. And before I sign off, I do want to talk about Ardra Nakshatra as well, so I won't sign off just yet, but I'll try and make it short. Ardra Nakshatra is the fixed star in the constellation of Gemini, which is on our galactic plane. It is directly opposite Mula Nakshatra, which is the roots in Sagittarius, and Mula Nakshatra is in line with the galactic center. So it's the galactic center in Mula Nakshatra and Ardra Nakshatra, and this is where it's aligning. Ardra Nakshatra symbolizes storms, upheavals. It even has the symbol of a teardrop. So there can be some difficulty, but use the grace of the Guru that's available to you. Surrender it to the divine. Ask the ancestors to help gracefully move you and all of us through this difficulty, so that we can come through and be able to change the balance and improve our lives. Anything that we want to get to or clear, whether it's our health or whatever it may be, it takes work, it takes strength, and sometimes it takes upheavals. So when the storm comes, of course, after the storm comes the calm. So it's a stormy period, but it's very graced. Again, this new moon with the Jupiter will be in the Navamsha of Sagittarius, the sign of upholding dharma. And sometimes when that dharma needs to be shifted, those storms can come in, right? So ride the waves. Really quickly, what do I mean, right? What do I mean by this word, dharma? Dharma, in the most primal form, in the simplest form, can be seen as righteous duty, our righteous role in this world, both collectively and individually. What is our duty? For example, if you have a family, it is your dharma to raise your family. If you are a teacher, it is your dharma to educate your students. Whatever is the highest righteous action, the appropriate action, the appropriate path to take, that is in a good and just way. And I'm not talking about good in the way of right or wrong, but the appropriate duty that you are meant to undertake. That is the restoration of dharma, doing the right thing. So please use this new moon. I hope that that you take the time during this new moon that's happening on the 25th of June to go internally, go inward, align yourself, connect with the Guru, connect with your spirit guides, connect with your guardian angels, connect to God. Ask for the light of His grace, His wisdom to connect to you, to flow through you, so you in your life can take the right, appropriate dharmic actions. Because dharmic actions always result in the best outcome for you. Adharmic actions, cheating, lying, stealing, jealousy, all of these greed, lust, all of these things are ultimately going to hurt you in the long run. You think you might be getting away with something at the moment, but it will come back to harm you, so, and others. So we want to increase this dharma on this planet. We want to increase it in our lives. Connect to spirit, connect to your ancestors, praise them, thank them, venerate them, acknowledge them, ask them for their guidance, ask them to speak to you as to what that you can do in your life to help them to feel at peace, and what you can do in your own life with their blessings to move forward and let go of the things that have been holding you back for so long. Now's the moon to do it. So with that, I will leave you. If you would like to have a reading with me, you know where to reach me, visionaryveda@gmail.com. And please do like and share and subscribe. It does help my dharma a lot. And I, as always, am wishing you all the best on this very powerful new moon. Enjoy the life, my friends. Raise yourselves up, raise each other up, get centered, get grounded, and know that you are divine and you have the power to shift anything in this life. We all do together. So I will see you in the next video. Happy new moon, everybody. Take care now. Bye-bye.